For decades, chickens and fish have been two of the most important livestock choices for farmers across Southeast Asia. Chickens can be raised in coops, free-range, or even in large-scale industrial systems. Fish, on the other hand, are farmed in ponds, lakes, cement tanks, even in rice fields. But what happens when smart farmers choose to raise both animals in a single, closed-loop system? It's not just a clever idea, it's a sustainable agricultural solution that can generate stable income reaching into the millions of dollars. So what are we waiting for? Join us as we explore how integrated chicken and fish farms are changing the game in modern farming. With their easy care, fast growth, and low initial investment, chickens are among the most commonly raised livestock in Southeast Asia. From free-range chickens and meat hybrids to commercial egg layers, each breed has its own advantages. Chickens are omnivores and can thrive on green vegetables, rice bran, and natural insects, making them ideal for semi-free-range farming, especially when paired with fish ponds. They not only provide eggs, a steady source of daily income, but also bring high profits when sold for meat after just 2 to 3 months of raising. In this integrated model, fish are not only raised for harvest, they also play a vital role in maintaining biological balance within the pond environment. While chickens grow on land, fish make use of the water surface, a space that is often underutilized or left empty in many rural households. Commonly chosen species for this system include tilapia, grass carp, common carp, and catfish. These are omnivorous fish that grow quickly, are easy to raise, resistant to disease, and especially well suited to pond water enriched with natural fertilizer from chicken waste. Chicken droppings that fall into the pond become a rich source of nutrients for algae, plankton, and various microorganisms. Fish feed on these organisms or directly consume the decomposed waste, reducing feed costs by up to 50–60% throughout their growth cycle. It's not difficult to build a chicken and fish integrated farm, as the cost is relatively low and suitable for small-scale farmers. Even with limited land, many farming households can still implement this model effectively by arranging things smartly and making full use of available space. A common layout involves constructing a fish pond measuring 600–2,000 square meters, about 1.2–1.5 meters deep, placed at the center or covering around 2/3 of the total area. Surrounding the pond are elevated, airy chicken coops with mesh flooring or drainage slots that allow chicken droppings to fall directly into the pond, naturally fertilizing the water for the fish. During the day, chickens are released to roam within fenced areas around the pond. This allows them to move freely while preventing them from wandering off or being attacked by wild animals. At night, they are brought back into the coop to rest and ensure safety. Depending on the scale, the model can raise 300–500 chickens together with 2,000–4,000 fish in the pond. After about 4 months of continuous operation, farmers can earn a monthly income of $1,200–2,000, depending on management skills and actual conditions. Not only does the chicken and fish integrated model diversify income through meat, eggs, and fish, it also delivers significant indirect benefits, enhancing the overall economic efficiency for small-scale farmers. By taking advantage of the symbiotic relationship between species, this model helps reduce feed costs substantially. Chickens roam freely and can forage for natural food around the pond, while fish benefit from chicken manure as a nutrient source, cutting total feed expenses by 40–60%. At the same time, the chicken droppings enrich the water environment, boosting fish productivity through improved nutrient levels. The model also optimizes land use, producing both chickens and fish from the same space, maximizing output per square meter. According to one farm owner in Southeast Asia, the system allows for up to 4 chicken cycles and 2 fish harvests per year, generating an estimated annual income of $25,000 to $30,000, with an initial investment of just $2,000, $3,000. This stands as clear proof of how effective and sustainable this model can be for smallholder farmers. Moreover, as today's consumers increasingly prioritize clean, traceable food sources, this integrated approach helps build a trusted, eco-friendly agricultural brand. It also raises product value and makes it easier to connect with modern distribution channels like supermarkets and organic food stores.
One of the most consumed foods in the world is chicken. This meat has an average price suitable for everyone's needs. With more than 70 billion chickens processed each year, providing an abundant source of food for humans. So, do you know which are the largest chicken processing brands in the world? Let's explore with us right now. Currently, the United States is considered the largest consumer of chicken in the world. The largest processing plants are also headquartered in the United States and have established thousands of branches worldwide, with a processing capacity of up to tens of thousands of birds per day, providing millions of tons of chicken meat to consumers. The world's largest chicken processing plant is currently the Tar Heel chain of factories. The Tar Heel plant in Northern California, USA, covers more than 92,000 hectares, employs 5,000 people, and produces an average of 4 million tons of meat per day, setting a world record as the world's largest pork processing plant. The plant features the latest technologies, from robotic meat cutters to vision systems and automated conveyor belts. The massive facility has a daily slaughter capacity of 35,000 chickens, with an annual output of nearly 1 billion tons. The daily output is processed into hams, loins, and pre-marinated products, some of which are shipped fresh to the division's other meatpacking facilities. Many people probably think that Tyson Foods mainly processes livestock meat such as beef and pork. However, it is also the largest chicken processor in the world, with about 37 million chickens processed every week at nearly 50 processing facilities around the world. Chickens account for the largest proportion of animals processed for food worldwide. To meet consumer demand, processing plants must create fast production cycles, livestock must be raised in large numbers, and the slaughtering process must take place continuously. Chicken meat after being processed at the factory will become raw material for facilities processing ready-to-eat chicken food. Products such as chicken sausages and fried chicken of Tyson Foods are very popular in the US market and distributed in supermarkets and food stores in many states. It not only ensures flavor, but also extends shelf life. One of the largest chicken processing plants in the world is Purdue Farms, with the most unique chicken farming system in the world. Purdue chickens are fed a nutritious vegetarian diet and raised in a comfortable space, with access to great outdoor space where they can roam freely and sunbathe. This helps reduce stress for chickens and ensures a full welfare farming system. Each year, Purdue Farms chicken farms can raise 650 million chickens to supply processing plants. Purdue is also considered the largest producer of organic chicken in the nation, having completely eliminated antibiotics in raising chickens. Antibiotic-free chicken is often of better quality and taste than chicken from other farms. Moreover, it also ensures the health of consumers. Limiting antibiotics in livestock farming also ensures a sustainable environment. More stable. When it comes to the world's largest chicken producer, Sanderson Farms is a must-have. It is not only famous for raising chickens, but also for its remarkable development in the animal feed production process. This brand uses corn flour, soybean flour, and many minerals and vitamins to produce many nutritional products, from feed for chicks to formulas for broilers, pullets, and laying hens. Sanderson Farms currently has 11 processing plants and more than 12,000 employees, processing more than 9 million chickens per week. The processing facilities adhere to food safety regulations to ensure the freshest chicken products. Americans have been eating more chicken than any other meat for 2 decades. But demand has skyrocketed in recent years. Meat products such as chicken breasts, wings, and thighs are especially popular with consumers. Annual consumption in the US reaches millions of tons, ensuring consumption demand for all consumers in the US and around the world. Therefore, chicken processing plants must operate every day to meet the consumption demand for millions of people across the United States. We have just watched the world's largest chicken processing plants. How do you feel about this video? Leave a comment below to let us know. Don't forget to like and subscribe to receive the latest notifications. Goodbye and see you all again. Have you ever thought that garbage can become a valuable resource? And can chickens live healthily on the leftover food that we throw away every day? Sounds like a crazy idea, right? But in fact, this is a very reasonable and sustainable solution, not only helping to save costs, but also contributing to environmental protection. Let's explore this unique chicken farming model and the unexpected benefits it brings. You will probably be surprised to know that every year in the world, up to 1 billion tons of food is wasted, equivalent to 1/3 of the food produced. Not only is this a waste of resources, it also has a serious impact on the environment and the economy. Food waste can release large amounts of methane, an extremely dangerous greenhouse gas. So how can we effectively solve this problem? The answer may come from chickens. Yes, you heard it right. You might be thinking, how can chickens help solve the problem of food waste? But the truth is that we can feed chickens the leftovers that we usually throw away. So instead of throwing food scraps in the trash, we will turn them into an extremely nutritious source of food for chickens. Not only do chickens provide us with delicious eggs and meats, but their manure can also become valuable organic fertilizer. Chickens are quite similar to us in that they are omnivores. They will eat everything from leftover vegetables and fruits to old grains, bread, and even leftover processed foods. A small flock of chickens, only about 6 chickens, can eat up to 60 pounds of leftovers per month. And did you know that chickens can eat up to 1/4 to 1/3 pound of leftovers per day? No need to worry about spending money on chicken feed anymore, because they will help you clean up and save you money. To effectively raise chickens from food waste, farm design is extremely important. A chicken farm on a landfill needs to have a spacious and airy space where chickens can move freely and eat food waste. This area needs to be divided into areas such as a feeding area, a nesting area, and a manure collection area. In addition, there needs to be a system to collect food waste from sources such as restaurants, markets, or from families. These foods must be classified, and only safe, unspoiled food should be fed to chickens. In addition, to ensure that chickens grow healthily and have good quality eggs and meat, a reasonable diet with adequate vitamins and minerals is needed. And did you know, chicken manure is not just something we need to clean up. After eating leftovers, chickens will contribute great value to your land. Chicken manure not only provides nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus, calcium, but also increases organic matter in the soil, helping plants grow better, bringing bumper crops. If you're gardening, chicken manure is black gold that helps increase soil quality, bringing bumper crops without having to spend money on industrial fertilizers. With the right composting process, chicken manure can become organic fertilizer, helping gardening sustainably and saving costs for households. A perfect cycle. So, how does chicken manure become a safe, quality source of compost? Chicken manure combined with organic waste through the digging process of chickens will become dry and porous. It is not an exaggeration to say that it is the chickens themselves who have worked to turn their waste into organic fertilizer for plants. For compost to decompose, it needs oxygen. The more air you provide, the faster it decomposes. Composting is a labor-intensive job, but chickens can do at least a quarter of that work for you. A single chicken can flatten a large pile of manure in 2 days, so you can imagine what a flock of chickens can do for your farm's compost pile. Applying the model of raising chickens from leftover food not only helps reduce food waste, but also creates a sustainable cycle. Leftover food becomes chicken feed. Chickens provide us with eggs and meat. Chicken manure helps improve the soil to grow more food. This model not only saves costs for farmers, but also minimizes negative impacts on the environment. Chicken manure will provide valuable nutrients to the soil, helping plants grow better without the need for industrial fertilizers. This is a closed cycle from leftover food to useful products for humans and the environment. So, from the pile of waste that we often throw away, chickens not only help reduce food waste, but also bring many benefits to the environment and the community. Don't let waste become a burden. Let chickens help us turn it into a valuable resource, promoting sustainable agriculture.
In recent years, avian influenza is no longer a rare phenomenon, but is becoming a global threat with an increasingly serious spread and impact. Previously, people often thought that avian influenza only affected domestic birds and poultry. However, what is happening around the world today has proven otherwise. The H5N1 virus and its variants such as H5N6, H7N9 are continuing to mutate, spreading not only within the livestock sector but also to wild animals, livestock, pets, and even humans. So, how serious is the avian influenza epidemic? And do we really understand the danger it brings? As of June 2025, the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has recorded more than 174 million poultry affected by the H5N1 flu. In the U.S. alone, 51 states and Puerto Rico have recorded large outbreaks, leading to the destruction of millions of poultry. This is considered the largest and most damaging outbreak ever. Not only in the U.S., other countries are also facing similar threats. Canada, Argentina, Brazil, European countries, Asian countries, and even remote areas of South America have also reported cases of H5N1 infection in both poultry and wild animals. Notably, Brazil, the world's largest chicken exporter, has detected bird flu in commercial farms, causing a wave of import bans from many countries such as China, the European Union, Japan, etc. This has seriously affected the global supply chain. What is even more worrying is that the bird flu virus is no longer loyal to birds. The H5N1 virus has been detected in many mammals such as cats, dogs, seals, sea lions, and especially dairy cows. Experts say that when the virus has the ability to spread from birds to mammals, it means that it is gradually adapting to be able to spread to humans more easily. Specifically, since the beginning of 2024, there have been more than 70 cases of H5N1 avian influenza in humans, including at least one death. Since 2003, the World Health Organization has recorded a total of 972 cases of H5N1 infection in humans, with 470 deaths, equivalent to a mortality rate of about 48%. Although there have been no recorded cases of human-to-human transmission in the community so far, scientists believe that this possibility is entirely possible if the virus continues to mutate. Many experts have issued serious warnings. Martha Nelson, a famous virologist, commented that we are in an endless war with the avian influenza virus. The virus is gradually adapting, expanding its ability to spread, and even a small mutation can lead to a new global pandemic. The Global Virus Network has called on countries to strengthen epidemiological surveillance and be ready to act now to avoid a health disaster similar to COVID-19. The impact of bird flu is not only limited to the health aspect but also has a serious impact on the global economy. The mass culling of poultry has caused a serious decrease in the supply of eggs and chicken meat. Prices have skyrocketed in many countries, including the US and European countries. In some US states, humane livestock policies have even been suspended to ensure egg and food supplies for the people. For poultry exporting countries like Brazil, the import ban has cost billions of dollars in losses for businesses, leading to many consequences for workers and the global market. On the social side, the avian flu epidemic has shaken consumer confidence. Many people have limited their consumption of chicken, eggs and poultry products for fear of infection. Some areas with outbreaks have also recorded cases of cats and dogs being abandoned or destroyed because they were suspected of carrying the disease, causing a wave of controversy about ethics and animal rights. In that situation, countries have had to quickly deploy many measures to control the epidemic. One of the important solutions is active surveillance according to the One Health model, combining surveillance of humans, animals, and the environment. This surveillance system allows early detection of outbreaks and prevention before the virus has a chance to spread. However, not all countries have the capacity and resources to do so. In many developing countries, lack of funding and lack of specialized human resources means that surveillance data is limited, and the delay in responding to the epidemic is still very high. At the same time, developed countries are investing heavily in research and development of avian influenza vaccines. Canada has currently pre-ordered 500,000 doses of H5N1 vaccine from pharmaceutical company GSK. The European Union has signed contracts with many companies to produce and stockpile vaccines for millions of people. The United States has invested more than $70 million in developing vaccines and antiviral drugs. Several specific vaccines for poultry are also being tested and deployed in key epidemic areas. However, vaccines are not the only solution. Biosecurity measures on farms, animal quarantine, public awareness raising, and international cooperation in sharing data and technology are also key factors in controlling the epidemic. Without global cooperation, it is difficult to prevent a virus that is as fast spreading and adaptable as H5N1. Ultimately, avian influenza is no longer a problem of the livestock or health sectors alone. It is a global problem, requiring the participation of governments, experts, businesses, and individuals in society. The lesson from the COVID-19 pandemic remains valuable: prevention is always cheaper than cure. And if we don't act now, when bird flu does break out in humans, the cost could be much more dire.